Welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics. Today we're going to work on the El Camino. I think we'll try to buff it out after we do a little bit more work to it. It's Monday. It's going to be in the 70s all week. Cloudy, but in the 70s, which is a lot better than the previous week, which I didn't get much done because it was in the 50s and rainy. And well, I got it. I put it up on jack stands or ramps because I was going to put this Flowmaster muffler, which is from the parts truck over there, which sounded really good. This one here is just a stock muffler on it. There's no tailpipe. It's just kind of right in there. I'm not sure if I want to get under there right now. As far as I got. And this tire went flat because I was doing a little dirt burnout over here, seeing if it was a posi. And it's not. It's just a one-wheel peeler. Right there. And probably run over something. And then the front wheel started going flat. It's about half flat. So anyway, I got that stuff to fix. We had a bunch of rain earlier. The rain was up, the water was about up to here. I got a broom and brushed it all out. And we got this much. So anyway, it's not leaking. And around the smuggler's box, it was all full of water from here to here. And nothing was leaking inside. But been following along. It's filling up with water in the back somehow. I haven't checked lately, but yeah, there's water there. So you can see the water. Just a little dribble right there. So it's definitely leaking in that side, but not through here. So I deducted that it was most likely the weather strip here. I guess mainly on the other side. So I went ahead and bit the bullet. Bought the roof rail, 73 to 77. And the door seals. Okay, this is the roof rail here. These are the door seals here. You can see they're all coming apart. I didn't check the front, but okay, so I think I'll put them in first. I bought 2 new sockets for the front signal. Oh, anyway, these were, you get them on eBay. I think I mentioned last time they're about $200 for the both of them. And then somebody mentioned, oh, they're 168 on Rock Auto. So I went on Rock Auto. Yeah, 168. A few days later, I went to buy them because I was waiting for money to go into my PayPal. And they were 178. They upped them by 10 bucks in a few days. And of course, Rock Auto, that doesn't include shipping and stuff, tax. So it ended up being 201.70 something. So 201 bucks. One much cheaper on Rock Auto than eBay. These I bought off eBay for, I don't know, they were 10 bucks or something. They are the front signal bulbs. Both of them are broken. The little contacts where the bulbs go in, one's broken and the other's corroded or something. So we're going to change those 2 out, get the front signals working, put on the weather strip, and then I think we'll start buffing her out. I hate buffing cars. I don't like it, but this is the perfect car to buff out because it's so faded. But before we do any of that, you know, I got some base coat red that I used on this bed just to kind of mist it in because it was all faded up in here, kind of like that area right there. And I get before I sealed up the smuggler's box, so I'll have to put a little red paint around that seam sealer. I got a little brush, and we're going to brush the paint on here, these scratches, little chips, little areas like this. And yeah, I know you can get these brand new, but they're 35 something each, plus, you know, be about $100, tax and everything. Is it worth spending $100 for the little classic emblems? No, not to me. I was trying to find them used. There was a couple on eBay that were like $10, $12, but they weren't exactly like this. I don't know what they were from. They said El Camino, but it must have been off of Malibu. So anyway, we're going to touch up the little spots, so when I go to sand it, I can sand it down, hopefully sand it down flush or not as noticeable, and then buff over it so it won't be as noticeable. You don't want to touch it up after it's buffed. It just looks stupid. Okay, so we got to check out prices even before inflation, like a year or two ago. That rubbing compound was like $80 for a thing, quart or something from a 3M rubbing compound. I got probably a little bit, but it's probably hardened up. I'm gonna have to go through all that stuff. Same with the sandpaper. I keep all my old sandpaper. I'm gonna gather up all my used pieces of 1500 grit, 2000 grit. We're gonna take a bucket of soapy water, and we're just gonna lightly sand in a whole area before we buff it. And that way it takes off the oxidization, even, you know, dirt and stuff. And just, you know, well, I'll show you that when we get to it. But for now, we're going to take off this weather stripping. It shouldn't be too hard to do. It just has these, I'll pull this off here. It's just, you know, you got to use a little putty knife and stuff to stick it in there, stick the new stuff in. I can't really get a good grip. It's in there. So after we get all this weather stripping on, then we'll do a leak test and see. Man, that stuff is in there. I think it must be glued in. It's got a little steel insert in there. Anyway, down in here, there's little plastic clips. We'll take them off and reuse them. So yeah, basically just pull it all, scrape it all, get it all out of this groove, and push the new stuff in. Oh, here we go. Okay, well, let me do that, and I'll be back. Okay guys, I got this side done. There's the old stuff there. Just doesn't seem to fit good right there. Can almost see through it. I don't know if it's going to go back down or not, but it needs some weather strip adhesive right in behind this and this here. I just don't have any. Next time I go to the auto parts store, I'll have to buy some. Those two little clips right there and there and there and there, I'll have to take that off and then put a bunch of weather strip adhesive in behind both them. You Yeah, this is just paint or whatever, not paint, but just some plastic covering over the molding. So yeah, you just get one side in. I got to put the bottom in, and then just use this to push it in the groove. And this is all the way in the groove here on both sides. I don't know why it's kind of up like that. It's kind of weird. Maybe I can heat it up. It kind of needs to go down like that or something. Put some silicone in behind it. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see if that goes into place from sitting. Okay, so we'll do this door one here next. This driver's door. Oh, I hope I don't have to take the door panel off. It's got two clips there. I may have to. Two clips there. And then these should... I don't know if they got them little plastic clips in there or not. Yeah, these little plastic clips just go in all the way around. And then these look like two screws there. So anyway, let me get this door one done and we'll see. It doesn't shut too bad. We got this broken glass right here. I don't think that'll hurt too much. I just don't like that. Okay, I'll be back a little bit. Okay guys. Again, I'll have to put some weather strip in behind just that corner and this corner here. Well, I think this corner might be okay. It's got like 3 screws. Okay, so that's that one done. I don't know if that's gonna... Anyway, the other side's a lot better up there. Again, I'll have to put some so in there. Got the door all the way around. So put some weather strip there and there. It should tighten it up. Okay. Yeah, this side's real tight. Anyway, better that this side here is real tight because that's where it was leaking from. I think. We'll find out here. I'll get some weather strip probably tomorrow, adhesive tomorrow, and seal that up, and then, you know, after a couple of days I'll do a water test on it, but it needs to seal up and dry. Okay, so got a little paint, a little brush here. We're just going to touch up. I actually went over this with some 1500 grit sandpaper already, just to get the edges there smooth on the old paint, because I could feel them. I'll probably go and put a couple of coats of this on there. It's going to dry pretty quick. Anyway. Anyway, I'm going to go over all the little chips and the rest of this, and probably not going to buff it till tomorrow, so it'll have plenty of time to dry, and we can Sand it down with some 1500 grit. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I got a thing of water here and gathered up some old sandpaper. 1500 to 2000 grit will work. So, let's see what this one is. 1500 grit. Okay, so we're going to sand her down before we buff it. And I think we'll probably start on this quarter panel. So, like I said, this will just get rid of all the oxidization, a little bit of dirt, unless you want to really wash and scrub it down, but this will be just as good as doing that. So I think we'll just do this panel by panel, side by side, like do this quarter panel, this door and fender first. So that's where I filled in the scratch. We'll go over that and just to get it half-ass smooth. May have to put some more touch-up paint in there. And as you can tell, it's not the right color. I'm not going to bother trying to match the color. So it's going to show up after it's buffed, but and it's going to be kind of hard buffing around these moldings and stuff. We're not going to take any of that off. As you can tell, it's been raining here. This bed's half filled up. It's not leaking through the smuggler's box still. Okay, well, I'm going to continue with that. Probably do this quarter panel on this top of this door. Sand it down. And then just wipe it down with fresh water. Get rid of all the stuff there. And we'll come back with a buffer and see what happens. Okay, here's my buffing pad. You want to start with a thick woolly pad like that to start. And this is pretty much all that I use is the Super Duty rubbing compound from 3M. Now this is old. This is the stuff I mentioned that it's I think it's about 80 bucks for this thing. That was before the price increase. It's probably well over 100 bucks now. And this is a couple years old, and it was about half full, half empty, and it was all hardened up. So I put some water in there and stuck a deal in there and pounded it. Tried to break it up a little bit. Put some water in there. So we use a little, I think it's going to be probably pretty thin. Well, might be all right. So I usually just wipe it on. Yeah, that'll be good enough. See some of the red already coming off. That's why you got to be very careful buffing paint, because you're actually buffing off the paint. Okay. This ain't the best buffer because I think it's only got one speed. You gotta just really play with that trigger. You see a little bit of red's already coming off. So let me get this area, maybe this quarter panel here, and I'll come back. Okay, guys, you can see it's shining compared to the fender. I just went over it roughly, and yeah, like I said, I knew that scratch was going to show up, but not as bad as if it was a different color. So I just done from here up, the body line up, and I'll go over it again with the compound, and then well, I probably need to do the whole car. But there's another buffing pad that's it's a blue one that's lighter, not as thick as this, and you go over that with some medium type, not wax, but compounds, a medium compound, and then at the end pretty much do it by hand. I like to use this Meguiar's show car glaze, but I don't think I have any left. I have a whole bunch of other waxes and crap that I may use. But basically we're gonna have to get the whole car looking like this. But I don't know, maybe I'll do the side and just finish up the side there for now. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay guys, I kind of got, this is just called like roughing it in. Got some rust bubbles down here. And then of course this one here. This big rust spot there. But yeah, you can see the difference between the hood and the fender. So that's just kind of roughing it in with the rubbing compound. And I'll show you what I got. Let's see where all my stuff is here. I thought I had oh, put it up here. Now here's kind of like a medium type pad. So you use that with some, now a lot of this stuff I just got from Junk Cars, this fast wax thing, but I just don't buy this stuff that often. There's some Meguiar's Ultimate Compound. There's a little bit in there. This, oh no, that's I think that's an Armor All wax. Armor All wax. And then this was there's about a half, something like a New Finish or something. This is almost full here. Turtle Wax, Quick and Easy Wax and Dray Spray Wax, and that's whatever's in there is hardened up. That's junk. But I hate to buy any stuff, but I used to have a lot more than that. I probably used it, but it's been a while. Some tire cleaner. I don't know if I want to use any of that stuff, guys. I usually I think that, oh, here it is. Oh, okay. I thought I had another box of this stuff. Right much. There's that mirror glaze I was telling you about. That's the final. You just wipe it on and wipe it off, and man, that thing just takes out swirl marks and just makes it shine. This is, see, these are all numbered. Number 7, McGuire's. And this is probably a good medium one here. Number 4, heavy cut cleaner. That's almost full. Although it might be, it's kind of hardened up. Probably use that. This is a medium cut cleaner. Oh, and there's another show car glaze. That's almost full. So you may use something like this with the blue pad, and then after that use this here, wipe it on and off. Oh yeah, so a guy gave me this a while back, some purple thing. But anyway, guys, I think that's what we'll probably use, this stuff here. I know this stuff works. Yeah, I hadn't seen that box in a while. I was wondering what happened to it. But anyway, that's probably going to be it for today. Be just a couple seconds for you guys when I come back. But so I think tomorrow we'll put this pad on there and do the medium just on that side that I did, just to show you. It'll take out the swirl marks and make it more even, and then we can go over it by hand with that show car glaze. That don't take very long, just wipe on, wipe off. But anyway, yeah, you can see it shining. It's coming along. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow. Okay guys, we're getting the hood sanded down. Again, we're just using some 1500 grit and just scuffing it out, scuffing all the oxidization and the tree sap and little stuff off. So yeah, I think I'll just do the whole car with the you can see these little spots in there. So yeah, I think I'll just use the compound, get the whole car done in that compound, and then switch discs to that blue one. Then we'll go over it with the medium stuff. Anyway, I got some little rust spots up here. Not sure what we're going to do about the mirrors yet. I could repaint them, but because they're all like, I can't put little touch-up paint. It'll look bad. Oh shit, that one's loose. Anyway, yeah, I think she's gonna shine up. Let me finish sanding that hood, and then we'll get to buffing that. So I'll be back. Okay guys, I've been off this for a while, just getting back at it. I don't think I used enough rubbing compound on the hood. I kind of went over it, but I was mainly concentrating on the sides here. So went over with the hard rubbing compound. That's what this looks like. Then I just still kept the heavy wool pad on from half the quarter panel all the way to this side here. As you can see, that looks pretty damn good. And the medium stuff I was going to use wasn't any good. So I was testing this out, and like I said, this is an Armor All, I don't know, because the front label's missing, but it's some type of wax, I would assume. That's what it looks like there. I might try this on the hood, or I may have to compound the hood again. I compounded the hood, and then it rained and got wet and it got milky, and I tried to go over it with something else, but I can't remember what. I think I tried using that medium Meguiar's and it was no good. So I started doing this fender here, and then I was gonna do this door here. This is, I just went over with the rubbing compound. So just wipe the wax, I'm assuming it's wax, on it like that. And then I just went over it with the buffer, and then just used a clean paper towel and wiped it off after I went over it with a buffer. And it turns out like this. So I think that'll probably be good enough. I don't think I'll have to use the blue pad and the mirror glaze stuff. But of course, I don't know how long it'll look like this. And who knows when I'm gonna sell it. So I'll probably just go over it with that mirror glaze right before I sell it, after everything else is fixed and if I put it up for sale. But yeah, this fender door and this half quarter looks really good without even using the blue pad or the mirror glaze. So and then I'll have to do something with these mirrors. But it's getting real cold here, guys. I think I started this video a couple of weeks ago when it was 70 degrees out. And now it's in the 40s and, well, 40s and 50s. But next week, and I've been busy doing other stuff, next week we're gonna get about a 3-4 cold day snap down into like 29 degrees and 40-mile-an-hour winds. And it's pretty rare for here, but I'm not going to be able to get any work done, guys. I'm not going to bother trying to clean out the garage and put a car in the garage and heat it and all that stuff. It's way too much trouble. So I'm going to try to finish up this side now, and we'll try to do something with the hood, make the whole thing look pretty good by the time I end this video, which hopefully will be tomorrow, if it ain't too bad out. It's not going to be cold, but it's not going to be sunny. So I'll see if I can wrap it up tomorrow, guys, and show you how it will look. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys, I think I'm just done with it for now. The sides come out really good. Went over the tailgate, but I was running out of compound. I was watering it down, and it needs to be gone over on the tailgate and the hood. So, man, it does shine up pretty good. Just this hood, I kept going over it, and I even, because I water sanded it down, then I left it for the day, and it got all that dry sand stuff in it, and I tried buffing it, and it didn't turn out very good. So I resanded this half of the hood to see if I could get it out. You can just see the paint. And plus I was watering down the compound, so the hood isn't the best, but I'll go over it quickly before I sell it, and it'll probably be a while before I sell it. It still needs a bunch of other stuff. We'll make another video, put the Flowmaster type muffler on it. I got leaky tires here. I'll have to fix them, do something with the seats. I think this is leaking a little bit. I'm probably going to take off this chrome and reseal that silicone around the windshield, put that on. I didn't get to the sockets. Didn't want to be laying down in the wet. So we got to do them sockets. I don't know about this. I don't know if I want to buy the inserts here. Probably repaint the mirrors. Mix up a little paint for the mirrors and the paint around the seam sealer. Just a bunch of little stuff like that. And then It runs like shit for about the first minute or two. Then after that, it's all right. So I don't know, probably the choke or carburetor needs to be cleaned out, rebuilt or whatever. I may do that. There's still a bunch of wires ate up by the rats and those vacuum lines for the heater. All that, I don't know if I want to fix any of that. I'm in no rush. I'm trying to get this Nomad done here. I'm putting on some exhaust cutouts. I'll have a video for that soon. Got a little flip car here that I need to get going on. Check it out real good. Probably make a video on that, but doesn't seem like any of you guys are interested in flip cars or anything. But anyway, that's what I got going on. Yeah, it looks 100% better than it did. It's all dirty from the dew and everything. It needs to be all washed, but I'm not going to do any of that until it's ready to sell, and then we'll do that right before I take pictures of it to sell it. See, even this tire here's losing air too, so I don't know what I can do. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I'm thinking it's the rims probably rusty in there. They didn't look rusty, but you know what I mean, just old, deteriorated, leaking. It's hard to believe it's 3 tires. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna get a clean up the little filler panel here, front and the back. But anyway, yeah, let me know what y'all think. Oh, and there was another 76 or 5 or something, 76 I think, El Camino popped up on Facebook Marketplace in Dallas, and it looked pretty good. I think it was a 2-tone, and it had the factory chrome instead of these add-ons, and one piece was missing on the, I think, the passenger door. Other than that, it looked pretty good. I mean, better than mine. Well, probably not better after I buffed it out, but the interior was a little bit better. It did have cracks on the dash and all that. Look, you know, kind of same type of condition. He said he saved it from the junkyard, but it looked way too nice to be going to the crusher. No rust like this one, or very little. Probably had a few rust spots like this one, but 3,800. See, guys, so that's probably what it's worth. 3,800. I just can't be putting a ton of money into it, but you know, I spent a bunch of money on all the tune-up stuff and the back brakes and stuff like that, and I thought, well, that'd be good enough to sell it, but I don't know, the more I do to it, the more it's like, well, I should fix this and fix that. And then I bought the weather stripping, and but anyway, yeah, I'm gonna be in no rush to sell it, but anyway, I think that's it for this video. Subscribe if you haven't. Just hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything, it's free. And make sure you're subscribed, because I heard a lot of people are YouTube's knocking people off or something. I don't know what it is. A lot of people realize they're not subscribed and all that on other channels. So just check that, and then if you don't get notifications that I got a new video, just click your subscriptions, and it should be in there. And then you just click on the video, or just click on my Clunkers and Classics name and click videos, and the new one should be up. It should show you kind of which ones you watched and which ones you haven't. So anyway, yeah, we'll have another video on this sometime. It'll be a while. I'm trying to get the Nomad done, or you know, get it all done up until paint and body, because I want everything done, and then we can start the body work and painting it, stuff like that. I still got a bunch more stuff to do. I need to buy tires and rims and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll probably have more videos on this coming up. Okay, well, thanks everybody for watching, and like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that, and we'll see y'all next video.